Late game losses. Late game losses.
Oh, I
And
can tell
nothing
you all
really.
about those. I can tell you all
I said,
about
yeah,
those.
you know,
I could teach a class. Late game losses. I
it's
could professor a class right here.
like you say a lot and just falls on deaf ears. That's all. That's really all that happens. It's but then again, what can I mean? Mason Rudolph. I feel like it was more the defense, but Mason Rudolph tried and give him the best for trying. But it don't seem like Rudolph saving Christmas this year. But even more reasons to be sad. Fantasy football.
You clinch your spot. You clinch your playoff spot.
No, no. No. I can say he had playoff looking very grim. But I
Yeah.
mean, I know you got a chance. A chance, even though he did just he wants to know. He's the number one seed right now, even though I just beat him. So who knows how long that's gonna last. But he's the number one seed right now. Team Bonaparte want to know who playing in the championship.
Hey, he just need to worry about avoiding me first round. That's all. He can't look. It's looking. I'm at 3 right now, so he might luck up and get away for the first round. But hey,
I
I
mean,
said he had a good team. I said he had a good team before the season started. Though.
I would say, yeah, his team is the reason. I would say he drafted well.
Right.
So I say it wasn't. I mean, even though we did have people that their teams succumb to injuries, but like I said, his team he drafted well. I mean, of course, he attacked the waiver wire like anybody else had the opportunity to do.
What is he?
But
7-3, right? I believe he's 7.
yeah,
That's good work.
he's seven. He's 7-3. The only other team to clinch the playoffs, Team Solo Sixers is
Solo
seven and
Sixers,
four,
7-4.
and then right after them is you at 5-5.
Hey, you ain't gotta say my record like that. Just say I'm third place. Don't say my record.
I mean, you want to get down to it. I'm down there in sixth place at 4-6.
Really? That means we one game apart.
Yeah.
Dang. That might be Solo Six and Bowling Park in the championship, the way that's looking.
And so yeah, it's like
Think
I
about
don't know.
fantasy, man. Like that's sports in general. All you gotta do is get in the dance. You
Yeah.
get in the dance, somebody could go off one week, man. So I feel good about my team. I got some very valuable threats. I just gotta pick my running backs gotta get consistent. That's really what's messing me up. I need consistent production from my running backs. I'm Ashton Genty.
I was just about to say, don't you got Genty? So yeah, I got CMC, so I ain't really too worried about the running back position. It's everything else for real.
I'm thinking though, now that they fired Chip Kelly, they might go heavy with Genty now because Pete Carroll want to run, so that might work in my favor. I'll wait to see.
So the Raiders kind of boo boo.
But they need to do whatever they need to do to keep the ball out of Geno's hands. They just need whatever you need to do to stop him from throwing interceptions.
Kenny Two Gloves, put him in the game.
Nah,
Super Bowl winner,
you know what? Yeah, put him in. You're right because I know they're gonna run the ball if they got Kenny Pickett.
Super Bowl champion, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I know they're gonna run the ball there. So you're right. Put him in the game.
Welcome to Point Blank Period. Point Blank Period.
Point blank period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Ohtani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top 5.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the Niners.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument?
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby.
We drafted your replacement already. So
Whoa. I don't gotta talk to no peons.
Why not just come back and prove?
This time you're really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown
is
man business. Grown man business.
Welcome to Point Blank Period Podcast, the best sports podcast, Point Blank Period. Today is episode 32, Thanksgiving, Given. with that being said, we give thanks to everybody. So, gobble gobble, what's the problem? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari, the player of the week. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari.
I would think my player of the week is unanimous. Jahmyr Gibbs, 200 and I believe he had 219 rushing yards on 15 attempts with 2 touchdowns, with 11 catches for 45 yards and another touchdown. With the game sealing touch, I believe it was a 63-yard rushing touchdown in overtime versus the Giants. Another player of the week I also have is Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 catches, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, breaking the single season Seahawks receiving yards record and inching even more closer to breaking Calvin Johnson's record. Wan'Dale Robinson, 9 catches, 156 yards and a touchdown. And the Rams defense for having 2 picks and a pick 6 and holding the Bucks to, I would believe it was 7 or 9 points. Katie, you got anybody else?
No, I'm right there with you. Unanimously, Jahmyr Gibbs this week has balled out. I think this is our second unanimous in a row. It might be third. I know it was Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'll say Josh Allen.
It might be. No, yeah, it was Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen. I think it's our third unanimous in a row. But yeah, hands down, Jahmyr Gibbs with his performance. I had Jackson Smith and Jigba. Shout out, he's on track to eclipse 2,000 yards. So we might see history with what he's doing in Seattle this year. And another shout out to Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna shout out Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts don't get enough love when he does do good. So I'm gonna give him his praise. 322 scrimmage yards, passing and rushing included, of course, and 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing. Good performance for him, even in a loss. And he went against another quarterback that did pretty good too. So, but hands down, Jahmyr Gibbs is player of the week. Is Jahmyr Gibbs a top 5 running back in the league?
I don't think that's far-fetched to say.
That's right. He might jump Bijan. Might mess around and jump Bijan.
I feel like due to his frame, I mean, like obviously he can't. We've seen him run between the tackles, but with his frame, you don't trust it running between the tackles, being that he is one of the smaller backs. So,
but man, once he get an open field,
he's gone. He's out of there. Sonic.
Once he get an open field, I don't care how big he is or whatever I don't care about none of that. That's a touchdown bucket.
Full week breakdown. Another beatdown for the Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. What you got to say about that? You got beat again.
He ain't top 5. He ain't top 5, Mark. Go ahead, Auntie.
Oh, I was talking about the Buffalo Bills.
I heard you. Go ahead, take your time.
All right, go ahead. It's on you, Mr. KD.
No, I want to hear what you guys say. Why you don't want to talk about your boys no more? You was happy to talk about them early this year. Why you don't want to talk no more?
We lost.
Again, right? To a team that y'all was expected to beat, right? And what was the deciding factor? I'm going to walk you through this. Turnovers, once again.
I just want to say and point this out. Last week I did tell y'all that somebody had to lose, and it didn't have to be the Texans. But 3 teams, they got a chance. I mean, Kansas City made it out. So
I told you that too. I called that out.
Kansas City made it out. Davis Mills, all he got to do is keep them serviceable and keep it going. That defense is all they need. But you can go.
They played the Bills. Like, I know the Bills' record and Josh Allen makes you, we hold them to a higher esteem. But if we look at the actual Bills team we've been seeing this season, come on now, they're highly flawed. I've been saying it all season almost. They're highly flawed. And Davis Mills came in there and outperformed Josh Allen. Listen how that sounds. Davis Mills outperformed Josh Allen.
I swear, but I said they think I come up here and just talk when I said it last week.
They like flip statistics, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
So, Mr. KD, not Mr. KD, Mr. Amari, what do you think about the Texans' defense? Because I believe they had 8 sacks against us. It's not funny.
You want to switch? You want to switch to the Texans defense? Okay.
I mean, I would think that Josh Allen is pretty afraid of them, especially after I would have sacked him 8 times, 10 times.
I think it was 8. I think it was 8.
I was gonna say it was something. It was eight times, 10 times, something like that. But they was chasing him all night. Um, but just to give you a little bit more insight with it, I mean, the Houston Texans defense, they are the number one defense in yards allowed. So it's not anything new to them as far as like this season at all. They're the number one defense in yards allowed, and number 3 passing defense, and they're also number 4 against the run. They haven't been giving much up anyway. So to come and have to play Josh Allen, it I mean, they know what they have to face. They know what they have to worry about. They will have to worry about him being a scrambling threat, and they also have to worry about him and these unscripted plays, breaking contain and outside the pocket, and then making plays happen downfield. So once you minimize those types of plays and those big wow plays, there's not much. There's not much to happen, especially with the pressure that they're putting in his face. Besides, as what happened, interceptions, and when you get an overthrown ball, you got to get that.
Don't worry. Brandon Cooks is on the way. Don't worry.
Okay, closed panel. Next question.
All right. With the next question, though, on our 4-week breakdown, as y'all get the laughing, Steelers and Bengals hold on to lose late. What do y'all think about that? Mr. KD and Mr. Amari, it's on y'all.
I'll go first to get it out the way. We've been losing late all year, so I'm numb to it. I went through it last year, went through it this year. I'm numb to it. The Steelers, on the other hand, they had a backup quarterback, so for them to be in the game late like that, you can look at that optimistically.
Like that's the only asterisk beside it, but even then, it's like that's a winnable game.
Yeah, it's always winnable.
You have to win the winnable game.
Last minute. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is always winnable. And those games, sometimes they hurt more when you in hindsight at the end of the season and looking back on them. Those nip and tuck down to the wire games hit a little harder, but well, look, it's better to lose. It's easier to swallow the pill when you lose with a backup quarterback than it is to lose to a backup quarterback.
No.
Davis Mills, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Oh.
Like that. About to get some money, boy. He about to get paid off that.
Him and Mac Jones, they can get paid.
Yeah. Only if you can play Buffalo 17 times.
So, Amari team lost. KD team lost. My team lost. I guess it's the no-win podcast. But a team that did win was the Browns, finally. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Amari. What do you think about the Browns win this Sunday? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Big ups to Shedeur for winning his start. It was rough, but, although still got the job done, everybody's pointing out, you played the Raiders. The Raiders are also an NFL team. You don't make the schedule. You just got to play the people who are in front of you. And even then, staring down Max Crosby, running down to try to get a sack on you is not necessarily the easiest thing to overcome. And that it was a 50-yard bomb that he threw off platform, scrambling to his right. Beautiful pass to Isaiah Bond. While the team, you could tell the team really rallied around him. I don't know as far as going forward, will he be named the starting quarterback by Kevin Stefanski just so late, but I do think he deserves a fair shot. If not, I believe this win definitely solidified that job for him. Did
all the lead up things you were saying, shout out to him. Big props on getting your first W as a starter. He played within the realms and he played successful football. But I don't want to play devil's advocate, but we have to be real. That play, like you said, the extended play that he made and dropped it in the bucket. Outside of that play, if we take that play away, it was a lot of dink and dunk, yards after catch, simple plays made that might only have, I ain't gonna say only, but might have really worked against that Raiders defense. But he got an opportunity from what I read. He's going to be the starting quarterback against the 49ers coming up. So he's going to see a much more complex defense, a much more talented defense that's going to throw some things at him. I was surprised the Raiders didn't blitz as heavy as I expected them to kind of rush or, his reading. Even though one blitz they did send at him, he capitalized on it by getting his first passing touchdown when he dumped it off, and it was a big yards after catch game. But Shedeur played solid, but we also have to, if we really take away that one extended play, the stats, what was the stats? 209, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 11 for 20. There's nothing to knock you out, but the biggest point is they got the win. He gave the Browns some type of hope, some type of energy as far as the fan base and organization. I don't see how you can go back to Dillon Gabriel if he's able
first
to.
First rookie QB to win their debut since 1999. That's definitely something for him.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't see how you can go back to Dillon Gabriel if he's able to put a performance again against the 49ers coming up.
All right. Talk about looking impressive. What do you think about them Rams, Mr. KD? How impressive they look and they win. It's on you, Mr. KD.
I've been saying it for, I think, 4 weeks. 3-4 weeks now. The Rams look like the best team in the NFL as far as dangerous, as far as hoisting the Lombardi at the end of the year. They have too much fire. Once they got healthy, once Puka came back and they got healthy, they have looked tremendous. Like I've stated recent weeks, Matthew Stafford's probably the MVP leading candidate, if not him.
30-2 is insane.
No, what's insane is the fact that you have Puka Nacua on one side and Devontae Adams on the other side. So we use Puka to get us down there, and then once we get in the red zone, we just go into Devontae Adams.
You got Puka lead. You got Matt Stafford with a 30-2 touchdown interception ratio. Puka Nacua leading the league in receptions, and then Devontae Adams leading the league in receiving touchdowns.
Too much firepower. And then you still have Kyron Williams coming out the backfield, who's a viable threat in the run game and the passing game. And you have a defense that's very advantageous. So I try to get on these trains early, man. The Rams look like a very, very viable threat for the trophy. As long as they can stay healthy. What you say, Ma? What you got? You got anything left on that topic?
I mean, no. Jeb's, you stole that from my notes for real. But I mean, I threw a few things in there, but no, the Rams is definitely, like you said, one of the top. They're definitely the top dog in the NFC, and they're definitely looking at one of the best teams in the NFL. Just all complete. The one hole that they had, which was kicker, they just figured that out with signing the kicker that was in the UFL. But with kicker being your only hole and you pretty much got that out, it don't matter. Yeah, I say you don't have to worry about necessarily kicking field goals, but I mean those few times where it's cheap shot field goals, PATs. I mean you want that. And Joshua Carthy, he was 10 or 15 before they signed their last kicker. So now I believe they nicknamed him the thicker kicker. Hey, I'm coming with the nicknames. They made that. But I believe that's what they nicknamed him. So far, he is perfect on his field goals. We'll bring some light to that man's name later on. I have to get that information. But with kicker being the only hole, you covered that. I see this as a truly complete team, and they might be able to make that push for a second one, and Matt Stafford can retire on top.
If Matthew Stafford get another ring, we gotta spin the block on that Aaron Rodgers topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got another topic to talk about that in a future podcast. But the Chiefs with a late kick to beat the Colts. Is the Daniel Jones train over already? What you got to say about that, Mr. KD? Then I'm gonna start with you.
Daniel Jones looked fine. That wasn't a game to highlight his deficiencies, he looked fine as far as production. It really came down to the Chiefs are just the experienced team. That's why even if they make it to the playoffs, they're still a threat. If they make it to the playoffs, they're still as much a threat as the number one seed would be because they know how to win these close games. They know how to stay in the game, and when the plays matter and the pressure rises, they know how to keep calm and make the plays. So I wouldn't say Daniel Jones is a shout out for that one. Really, they limited Jonathan Taylor, and that's really what put them in a position to be in that game late and the opportunity to actually win it. So the Chiefs was just the Chiefs. That's a battle tested team right there. Super Bowl winning team. That's a champion team. So as I predicted, I felt that they turned it on and they got the win, and it was a much needed win as far as if you look at their hunt to clinch a playoff spot.
It's definitely a much needed win for Kansas City, although I think I speak for most people in the AFC. You should have lost. We're tired of seeing you in the postseason.
Don't be scared.
But
Don't be scared.
it's not fear.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, it's not fear. I mean, my future is or my destiny is already kind of planned out. I mean, it's been the same since 2016, pretty much. That is what it is. But like you said, with Kansas City, the ideal need to just stop and limit Jonathan Taylor to ultimately keep the game under wraps made everything a bit easier. And like you said, the experience, the know it all on how to win, especially to win these close games when you feel truly battle tested. Kansas City has been in this numerous times, so that experience alone drove them to winning this game and made the ultimate outcome of Kansas City win. But I do think this is the start to a plateau of this Chiefs kingdom.
We got the Packers over the Vikings. And also, with the Vikings losing, how bad is JJ? How bad is he looking? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
His name is not JJ McCarthy. It's 9.
Who?
9.
What the hell was that?
That's his alter ego when he goes on the football field.
Oh,
and he's the worst person at football in the world. Like 9 is terrible.
Oh, that's his negative alter ego.
Yeah. 9, that he's terrible. But because as of right now, Justin Jefferson is averaging his lowest yards per game in a season with JJ McCarthy. He's done better with Nick Mullins, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, and JJ McCarthy is giving him the worst shot. He's making Justin Jefferson look
let's be
normal.
fair. I think JJ only played like 4 games. So we can't blame the whole season on JJ.
You're right. In those
Yeah,
4
Carson Wentz
games,
for a good long
in
period.
those 4 games,
I believe it was 4. I could be wrong.
in 4, 5, whatever, in those 4 games, with one of the best receivers in the league on the outside, the man averaged 50 yards with you at quarterback.
Well, I'm not supporting him. I'm not defending him.
It's like you're bad at football. Like you're not utilizing your weapons, or you're just bad at football. But I'm not even sure what his QB, his touchdown to interception ratio is. But I'm like, I know he's been on the steady 2-pick outings. So
Can we be real here? Coming out of Michigan, nobody saw enough to.
I mean, yeah, you didn't see a lot of passes. You've seen a lot of handoffs.
Right. And this is technically his rookie year. So.
And I feel like that's why, I mean, at least Kevin O'Connell is giving him a lot of grace. Kevin O'Connell is giving him a lot of grace when it comes to just like the interceptions, the turnovers, the decision making, because he can see the growth that can come about if JJ does come together. And being that he is a first round quarterback, you get 5 years, you get that
not everybody don't get 5 years.
not everybody. I mean, if they decide not to pick it up, his 5th year option, they don't have to. But
they might not start him his 3rd year. because the mistakes he's making, they don't look like it's just because you're a rookie. These mistakes are kind of careless, and that tells more when you're looking at it from a coaching perspective. I would expect, but like you said, you got to give him time to trial and error. I never looked at him as that good of a quarterback.
I didn't think he was necessarily going to be a first round quarterback, but
Right.
I did see him as a viable QB prospect, maybe in like the third round.
I think when I saw him, I thought he would be better if he was to do the Jordan Love route, where you're sitting down and learning from somebody in front of you for about 3 to 4 years, and maybe then you take over. Because I think he's still a raw product right now as far as quarterback.
So the Lions with the win, the OT. Jameis with the player of the week, maybe the player of the year. And the Giants are the first team to be eliminated from the playoffs. Also, they have 5 double-digit leads going into the fourth and lost all of those games. What do you have to say about that, Mr. KD? Then it's on you, Mr. Omari.
To touch on the lead loss games that you touched on, they let go of the D coordinator Shane Bowen. I don't know the proper pronunciation, but Bowen. Okay, yeah. So he's taking the fall for that. Well, I guess him and Brian Daboll, because he was going first. But that's a big factor. But I get to I want to stay on the lightest situation. Jameis Winston injected life into that Giants team. Now it didn't end up in a win, so it kind of works against itself. But Jameis Winston bought it that game with 366 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Of course, we're gonna get that 1 interception. That's how Jameis plays the game.
J-Bo.
Yeah, and then the one receiving touchdown that you meant you hitting that, but Jameis just brings an energy, a vibe, so to say.
You wanna know what Jameis told them boys before they went out there?
Yeah, we outside, but we inside.
If that ain't turning you up,
a lot of the things I be hearing in his pregame be corny to me, but that one,
it's corny. It's corny,
that one
but
hit.
it was
that one corny.
That
that
one,
one
I was. You know what?
We outside, but we inside. You catch my ear when you start to huddle like that, or start the pregame like that. But yeah, I'm gonna stay there. Jameis played a good game. I feel like he should be the starter for the rest of the season. I know they got everything invested in Jackson, but just give him some time to sit down and just ride this wave that Jameis is bringing to the team.
I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I mean, I feel like up to this point in the season, you've seen enough of Jackson Dart to know, like, all right, well, now you can just go back to learning. I see what you're capable of, and you can sit him down and all right, go back to learning. You focus on you could focus on the offseason since we already out of playoff contention. Everything now is just focusing on your future.
Yeah, you said it wouldn't be a negative thing like we're saying you don't deserve it. We're really protecting you for next year when we really need valuable quarterback play.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I do think, like you said, Jameis injected that offense with the offense and the team with energy. Just a boost of charisma for somebody that's
boy receiving touchdown too.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I believe it's Derek Barnes, number 55. You might want to hang it up. You got ran over by Jameis Winston. I ain't seen Jameis run nobody over since Florida State.
Man, he look like a tight end out there.
Yeah, you giving Jameis highlight plays right now, and I'm everybody. I don't think Jameis has anybody in the NFL has a single negative thing to say about Jameis Winston, or any NFL fan does. But
to the other side, the winners. Let's talk about the winners. Because you can't give too much highlight on the guys that didn't pull it out, even though Jameis had a performance.
Yeah. That man won Player of the Week.
Who?
Jameer Gibbs. I said that man won Player of the Week.
It ain't just him though, man. Hey, St. Brown got off too with his performance. I feel like we're headed towards the NFC Championship, Rams and Lions.
Matt Stafford Bowl.
It's gonna be a shootout for the ages. I believe so. Like the firepower on both offenses. between those two teams, man,
I feel like the thing comes down to the defense. Where the Rams defense can
it's
get
gonna
a
be a
stop.
turnover. It's gonna be a
It's
turnover.
gonna be one turnover.
Yeah, who's gonna turn it over?
Is it sad that I know it's gonna be Jared Goff?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know when you got firepower like that, man. I feel you though. I would definitely lean towards Jared Goff being the guy, but it could be a running back for all we know.
I can see a Kyron Williams fumble.
I can see it. That's been a problem of his. I can see it.
I can see it.
But it's firepower for days on both sides on offense for both of those teams.
All right.
I'm not counting Philly out either. I ain't gonna count Philly out yet either. I'm gonna respect who you are. I'm not gonna count Philly out.
We got the Ravens over the Jets. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Yay. Glad Baltimore won.
5 in a row.
Yeah, no, I was hoping they was gonna get out of there. Like I picked Baltimore to win last week, but even then, you know, black and gold in my background, I just can't help but pray on their losses. But it's all right. They can lose this week to the Bengals, ain't that right, KD?
Hell no.
Come on,
I mean,
man.
yeah.
on.
You right. My fault.
On, dog.
My fault. I forgot.
But Mr. Amari, you know by them winning, they're the leaders of the AFC North right now, right?
You can bring that up while I'm trying to speak their loss into existence.
Throw the Patriots out there, man. You just gotta be quicker, Amari. Throw the Patriots out there.
I mean, yeah, we did win. I mean, you throw the Patriots out there.
You gotta be quick, man. You gotta be quicker than that.
Hey. You almost lost to Miami. No shot at Miami. Shot at Buffalo.
Nah, the Ravens, man. Lamar Jackson is still playing phenomenal football.
I think no, but it is kind of worrisome with. I mean, of course, I'm not going to call them looming injuries, although his injury has been obviously moving south.
I don't know if these real injuries, Amari. I'm a little.
I don't think they're real. I mean, I think Baltimore might be bluffing on the injury report. You might as well go ahead, find them a first-round pick or something. But I don't know. But they got Lamar. I think he was out from week 5 to week 9 with a hamstring. Week 11 with a knee, and now he was listed on the injury report with a toe injury.
But they did that last week too. He just missed the first day of practice, then he come back and play the last 2. I'm not saying real injuries as far as they're fake. It might really be something he's going through. I'm just saying it's not to the level that it's getting blown up.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything major, but his play overall, although I don't really think it's that serious. It's very meager to me, but it's like it has slipped. Like he's had 3 games where he was under 200 passing yards, and I believe he's under 60% completion. And it was not like I said, they're winning in these games.
Just don't turn the ball over. Just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, it's like he's winning in these games, but do you think that's a problem for their offense going forward?
To win the North, no. To be a serious threat in the AFC, yes.
All right. The comeback Cowboys, they beat the Eagles. And also, the Seahawks get a win against the Titans. What's your thoughts, Mr. KD?
Cowboys, I had them winning, man. I picked them the day of. I was at work talking about it. I told everybody I was going to bet on it. I did not end up betting that night. I regret it. I had a good feeling that the Cowboys was going to win that game. And they ended up pulling out. Dak had a good performance. But we really saw the scariness of a George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb duo. Like, we always had it in our minds and knew what that duo could be. But I think that was one solid performance where we saw how dangerous they can be at their peaks. And I'm not even saying CeeDee had a tremendous game. He didn't have a great game. He had some drops that was kind of questionable, that you'd raise your eyebrow about. But George Pickens balled out. 9 targets, 9 receptions. And even in CeeDee Lamb's 4 receptions for 11 targets, in those 4 receptions, he still put up 70-plus yards. So that's big play volume. And then, Dak has been playing pretty good for the most of the year. So we don't even have to speak on that. But that receiver duo That's a problem. They need to lock George Pickens down and make sure he stays a Cowboy moving forward. But really, the highlight of that game has been, to me, what I took from it is Saquon Barkley's had a dud season so far that nobody saw coming.
Nah,
You
don't
saw
say
it coming?
that.
Who saw it coming? You saw it coming?
Man, it's sad to say. It's always proved evident, and it's been pretty true so far. Hey man, that Madden curse is real.
Oh, here you go, man. Here you go.
Hey, it's real. It's real. You can't say it's not. It's real.
It's been a dud season. Like when it was early in the season and it was, these lackluster games, we didn't really pay too much attention to it because we was like, eventually he's gonna pick it up. But what we looking at now? 12 games, 11 games back.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is I'm blaming my fantasy season on IT. He told me to take Saquon Barkley, waste of a draft pick. Yeah.
62 yards a game.
He said he was gonna be an MVP.
That's what he said. 22 yards rushing in that game.
Yeah, MVP, most valuable bust. That's exactly.
You
what
know how bad the Cowboys defense gave the bad rap they were giving.
They're the 32nd ranked rush defense, and he ain't get nothing.
22 yards.
22 yards, IT. 22 yards.
About the Seahawks.
I don't have nothing on the Seahawks.
The Seahawks was going to win. JSN breaking Calvin Johnson record.
I'm not about to. Man,
the Titans did show a bit more promise. Oh, like I said, he broke the single season receiving yards record for the Seahawks in 11 games.
We'll be in week 12, right? Or we going into week 12?
Yeah, we're going into week 12.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing about the Titans.
This is the last topic. I mean, on a 4-week breakdown. This is the Monday night game. Christian McCaffrey comes back and plays the Panthers for the first time since they've been traded. What you got to say about that, Mr. KD?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey did good, but that game you could have slept through it and didn't miss. You wouldn't have missed anything. That was horrible quarterback play from both teams. Total of 5 interceptions from both starting quarterbacks. It's sad. Never mind.
Bryce Young and Brock Purdy having a mid off, and at 9:30 at night, just throwing the ball back and forth. Just throwing the ball back and forth.
On the work night, you wasting these people good time.
Yeah, just throwing the ball back and forth. Christian McCaffrey though, being the only viable player in this game at the moment. This is his first game playing Carolina since the trade, and just to kind of give some due respect into what he has done and accomplished in his tenure in both places. His stats are relatively identical. He has 7,272 yards and 50 touchdowns in his 6 years in Carolina, and in his 4 years in San Fran, he's 5,162 yards and 43 touchdowns. So, and although as much of an offensive weapon he is, he's definitely a touchdown machine. I feel like Christian McCaffrey is having 2 solid careers in 2 different locations. So, I mean, if he can keep this up, I mean, more likely can possibly be a Hall of Famer with almost 10. He has 12,000 scrimmage yards right now with almost 100 total touchdowns. You got anything else, Katie?
That top 5 running back, man. I'm still stuck on that Jahmyr Gibbs. I can't. He not in there yet.
Who do you have?
It's like Derrick Henry and Bijan, right? Would I put him over any of them two right now?
Jahmyr Gibbs over Derrick Henry or Bijan?
I can't.
I feel like
don't fall in love with the moment. You don't fall in love with the moment.
He's been in the league for 3 years and he's been impacted. Last year, I want to say he led the league in scrimmage yards right back. And then, I mean, this year,
because you got C-Mac, you got Saquon. I'm not only kidding. He's going through right now. You got Saquon, you got Jonathan Taylor, and then it's those last 2. Like those are the ones that I feel like will be different depending on who you ask. Because some people might say Josh Jacobs, you might get a Derrick Henry, you might get a Bijan Robinson. You might get the Jahmyr Gibbs. You might get, I don't know, man.
I feel like it would make sense to give you a Bijan and a Jameer, and then it's like, all right, on like at 6 and 7, it's like I got Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs.
All right. We giving 7 with our picks. We're gonna start with the Turkey Day games, and I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. Give me your 7 picks for
I got the Cowboys beating the Chiefs.
Say it a little louder. Say it a little louder.
I got the Cowboys beating the Chiefs. AD, I hope you agree with that one.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm alone. But when they do it, I'm gonna be happy. I got the Broncos beating the Commanders. I got the Lions edging the Packers. Then to get into the rest of the games,
it's another Thanksgiving game. Don't you forget about the primetime Thanksgiving game.
I got the Bengals beating the Ravens.
Yes, sir.
Joe Burrow's back.
Shiesty is back.
I say, although
even though he can't tackle,
he can't. Yeah, I was just about to say he can't play defense, but Joe Burrow's back. So I need the Bengals to beat the Ravens. So those are the 4 Thanksgiving games, and then just to throw you 3 more. I got the Eagles beating the Bears. Even though this is a must-win game for the Bears, I got the Eagles beating the Bears. I got the Seahawks beating the Vikings. I feel like that's a no-brainer. And I got the Steelers beating the Bills. AD.
Actually, I'm right there with you on everything but the – no, you got the Eagles winning, so never mind. I got the Lions over the Packers in a close one. Chiefs over the Cowboys. I think that's going to be a close one as well, but I do got the Chiefs pulling it out because, like I said, they just win those close games when they matter. Bengals over the Ravens. Shocker of the week. I'm sure nobody expected me to say that, but I got the Bengals beating the Ravens. Bills over the Steelers. At some point, they got to beat a good team, right? At some point, they got to beat a good team. They need to do it now because the seat getting hot. We're starting to really think of y'all as pretenders. I got the Seahawks over the Vikings. I got the Colts over the Texans. I think that's going to end up being a close one as well. But I think the Colts end up pulling that one out. They need to bounce back. And I got the Bears over the Eagles, man. Ben Johnson and the Bears are rolling right now. So I feel like they will be able to win that game. I think it will be close. I will not be shocked if the Eagles pull it out because these are the games they win usually. But I'm going to go with the Bears over the Eagles.
All right.
Bengals over the Ravens Thursday night. While you loving that turkey?
You said what, sir?
Bengals over Ravens Thursday night. While you loving the turkey, we're gonna make sure you're good.
All right. And I'm gonna go with you. So we're gonna transition a little bit. In other NBA news with Mr. KD, it's on you, Mr. KD.
NBA news. Let's start off with saying, Jokic is still the best player in the world, so nothing is really shooken up too much. We got AD trade talks, man. Anthony Davis has been talked about on the trade market. We haven't had it has not been seen anything from the Dallas organization, almost said Lakers. Dallas organization speaking on if they wanted to move him or if they're entertaining moving him. But we've had some talk. We've heard some rumors to see where he would fall, but that contract is going to make it hard for anything to move him around. Pistons winning 13 in a row. That has to be. I brought it up last week, and they've continued to win. At some point, we got to start looking at them as a threat. I think it's still early, of course, in the season, but 13 in a row is an accomplishment no matter who you're playing in the NBA. 13 is an accomplishment. 8 is an accomplishment when you shout out Toronto as far as what Brandon Ingram been able to do. Scotty Barnes, that Raptors organization, they got 8 wins knocked down in a row. They look like a hot team right now that's stacking wins and kind of building the identity moving forward. OKC got 9 straight, standing at 17-1 right now. They look like the champions. They are on that throne for a reason. Crazy stat I found out. Out of 18 games, SGA has not had to play in the fourth quarter in 11 of them. That's how they're getting teams out the way. 11 of their 18 games, SGA has not even had to check in the fourth quarter. And still putting up MVP numbers, which is crazy to me through 3 quarters, but that's here nor there. But that's all the ones I touched on. We got CP3 retiring, but I think we're going to hit on that a little bit later in depth. But those are the 4 topics that stand out to me as well as the John Morant drama that we can't never get away from.
So with that being said, you can speak on the John Morant drama. What you think about it, Mr. KD? And after that, we're gonna get to Mr. Amari and ask what is our Eastern and Western Conference Player of the Week. Go ahead with you, Mr. KD.
Well, he's not adding nothing to it. He got into a little scuffle. Well, not scuffle. I'm not gonna call it a scuffle. Got into a confrontation with Klay Thompson. But Clay made a point that stood out to me. You having these confrontations in street clothes. I don't understand how are you confronting a guy in a jersey and shorts when you're in street clothes for your team. John Morant has to get on the court. And that's really what's going to hurt his trajectory even more than the off-the-court things that already are holding him back. John Morant needs a fresh start. And not only do he need a fresh start, he needs the right fresh start. He has to go to the right opportunity that he can save his career at this point, because it's not. We have not seen nothing to open the door or crack the door for a positive end to this story. It just continues to head the wrong way. John Morant is uber talented. You can't take that from him. And if he falls into the right situation, I think he can capitalize on that. But right now, him in Memphis is not looking good and is not headed the right direction.
Making the first start. So let's see. What you think about LaMelo?
Yeah, I had him in there too on my list. I thought we was going to touch on it later, but LaMelo talk's been, LaMelo came out and said he's getting a little frustrated with how the Hornets situation is right now, and I'm surprised it took this long. I would have been frustrated, but I think he was more so, let me lock this contract down before I get frustrated. So LaMelo, I actually listed some places I might, LaMelo, like at point guard, I'm always going to bring the Rockets up because they need somebody at point guard. I don't know if he'll be a great fit with what Udoka wants to do defensively, because I haven't seen effort from Melo defensively that makes me think he'll fit in there. But they need a point guard. So Rockets, but I think the best spot I see him at is Miami.
That was the best spot I seen was Miami.
Yeah. If he can get to Miami, I feel like that's the right culture that can, get him going.
Oh yeah. Eastern Conference Player of the Week is Donovan Mitchell. Went 3-1 last week, actually, and in that put up 32 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, 5 assists, and 1.3 steals. Great stat line to manage between it, to pretty much come to terms with averaging this between 4 games. And congrats to him for winning Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Western Conference Player of the Week, for last year's reigning MVP, reigning champion, reigning Finals MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, went 4-0 last week, as you said, with that insane stat in 18 games. He hadn't even had to check in 11 games in the fourth quarter, but still,
without J-Dub.
He still hasn't played yet. So doing all that without who would technically be his right hand man. Without doing all this without him, going 4-0 this week, averaging 31 points per game, 6.5 assists, and still shooting 60% from the field. Looking like his only competition is Jokic for the MVP, it seems, this year.
No, don't disrespect don't discredit my boy down there, man. Luka balling. I think those are the 3 guys right now because Giannis ended up getting hurt. I think it's Luka, Jokic, and Shai.
Yeah, I think that's a comfortable 3.
But yeah, Shai's statistics are crazy.
We're gonna have a little fun with it. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. It's around that Thanksgiving time. We're gonna do our top 5 Thanksgiving foods and 3 worst Thanksgiving foods that everybody loves. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Hey, Mark, look at this, Mark. Let's remix it. I talked to IT about this because I think if you go first with your top 5, we're gonna have at least 4 of the same thing. So this is shout out to where I've seen this before to the Nightcap with old show.
You just gonna draft for food?
We gotta draft it. It's the only fair way to do it. Because I can't have you stealing all my grapes.
Okay.
We gotta draft it. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna draft 4 or 5.
I'm gonna say I'm going. Well, I'm going 4 first pick.
You get the first pick, but are we drafting 5 or are we drafting 4? We're gonna do a starting
Ah,
5 or we gonna do a Mount
we just
Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
You
I
got the
think.
first pick.
I think at the 1-1, I gotta take mac and cheese.
You see what I mean? Feel
Gotta
me?
take mac and cheese.
I'm gonna keep track of both of ours so we can see who. I think we gotta do starting 5 too, because 4 we're gonna need an honorable mention. But you got mac and cheese. All right, I'm going with the swine. I gotta go for the ham. I gotta go
Okay.
for the ham first draft.
Oh, I'm about to have an elite plate right here.
I gotta go for the ham first round pick.
At the 2, I gotta have yams. Gotta have the candy yams.
I'll let you have, yeah. I thought you was going. If you would have took this other one, you would have swept me. I would have been.
I
It's
have.
the same. That's okay. But I'm
Oh no,
going.
yams is safe. I mean, yeah, when the mac and the yams touch, oh,
What about them greens though? I'm going with the greens for my second pick. I thought you were gonna feel that.
You got spicy greens, or you just got the right little neck bone in
I
there.
like. Oh, you gotta have that. You gotta have that turkey in there if you want, or you
Just
can have
a
them
little
pork neck bones.
Yeah,
You don't know who you feeding, but you can't go wrong with them greens. The greens is important because them greens touch anything on that plate. They got to go together.
At the 3, I got the turkey wing. Wow.
See, I ain't a big turkey guy, but I am a turkey wing guy, which is crazy. That's why that's a
Look, and that
solid
one
pick.
hit you. That one hit you personal right there.
That's a solid pick.
That's it. That one hit you personal.
That's a solid pick, and you put me in a bind, man. I gotta skip straight to dessert then. I gotta pull her out. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go with that sweet potato pie, man. I gotta go straight to dessert. I gotta pull her out because you took that turkey wing I was not expecting right there. That was drafting Jokic in the second round right there. I was not ready for that one.
And you went dessert. At the 4, gotta have an apple pie.
Oh, I feel good. I feel good now. I think
I ain't gonna lie. I'm honestly shocked that this one's still here. Unless you take it.
2 picks left. Dang.
Hey, my plate looking immaculate
Nah,
right now.
you picked the LeBron of this draft. The mac and cheese is the LeBron, man. I'm gonna go with Old Reliable. Let me see what I got. I got ham, greens. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan. I'm gonna go with the fried chicken. She good anywhere. She
That's
good
looking
anywhere.
good all the
Good
time.
anywhere. So I'm gonna go with fried chicken. So your plate go together, right? So far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's how important mac and cheese is, man. That's why it's
at the 5, I'm gonna take the stuffing.
man. Hey, side note, I had stuffing on one of my original 3 worsts. I'm just not a stuffing person.
I actually had it on my. I did have it on my. I had it on my worst, and it was like I'm not a stuffing fan.
But it fit. But I'm just not. Just personally, I'm not a stuffing fan.
It's like I know everybody love it. That's why it's gonna
Right.
make the top 5. But it's not. It's not touching my plate at all.
To fill out my team, because this ain't even. I'm not even going off pick. I got to round out my starting 5. I got my.
You just need at this point. You just need talent.
Right. So I gotta round it out because I got fried chicken and ham on my plate right now. It's looking a little carnivore-ish, but dang man, that mac and cheese is so important. I didn't understand how important mac and cheese was to just now.
I left one on the table. Literally.
See, I gotta go off the board for this one. This ain't nothing on the draft board. I gotta go off the board to try to get this
one. I'll throw you one.
Wait, I'll take a lifeline. What you thinking? Because I'm thinking the mashed potatoes, but I don't want
you can mashed potato, cornbread.
Nah, he ain't gonna fit on my plate right now. I need another side. That's what I'm trying to round my team up. I'm gonna go with
the you got the baked bean?
I'm gonna go with the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with the mashed potatoes. And you know the crazy thing is we don't even have mashed potatoes at my Thanksgiving. But I gotta round my team out.
I mean, at least the mashed potatoes fit with the fried chicken.
Right, it fits with the green.
I'm about to say, but you could have went corn. You could have went baked bean.
Yeah, with the ground beef in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have went a lot. I could have went seafood pasta. I could have went.
Nah, something that I had on my top, and it's crazy because it would have. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have fit with your ham, but it would have fit with my turkey. Cranberry sauce.
Man, I had that at my worst.
I had that on my. Hey,
My
hey,
worst,
we
and
got
my
the
worst
same
was
worst list.
my worst was cranberry sauce, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. Those was my three
Hey,
worst.
we got the same list. We got the same list for the three worst.
That was my three
Yeah,
worst.
nah.
But my favorites was ham, greens, mac, sweet potato pie, and the fried chicken. But macaroni and cheese, man. Shout out to macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna start treating that like it's a real basketball player. Mac and cheese is so viable, like it's so vital to Thanksgiving, and they don't get enough. Man, shout out to mac and cheese.
Shout out to mac and cheese, man.
Shout out to mac and cheese, man. I tell you what we missing. You got something we missing?
I tell you, where your five at?
Nah, I ain't,
If he
nah.
can make 5 more up, not using what we got.
Because I'm really interested in how you feel about turkey in particular, Mr. KD. Because I see about your five, but you ain't missing turkey. How you feel about turkey, sir? Because you know that's
Well, like I said, I'm not big on turkey. Like, and the crazy thing is, I'm responsible for the turkey this year, but I'm not big on turkey. I would prefer turkey wings 10 times out of 10.
Definitely.
But that is probably the most universally important piece to Thanksgiving. So if we drafted a team, you're right. I could have put Turkey in there because he probably is the Jordan. Like, we need him. But personally, I don't really rock with it. I need that ham. I look for that ham before I look for the turkey.
Definitely, easily.
You got a solid team, man.
Yeah,
Mac and cheese and yams was a great start.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
Great start.
You can't go wrong with that. I was honestly shocked when you left once I picked mac and cheese and you left yams on the board. I was shocked there. I was like, hold on.
I thought she was going to Nah, if I would have, I put greens over yams, personally. So I would have went greens before yams, but I felt like the ham, like I told you, that ham is my substitute for turkey. Like, that's the most important. That ham is most important to me on Thanksgiving.
So like you said, the ham and greens, like your plate was going together right there.
Then I had to go. I needed mac and cheese. Like, if I would have got those three, that's Miami Heat right there. That's LeBron, Bosh, and Wade. If I could get ham, greens, and macaroni and cheese, yeah, I don't care who you draft. I don't care who you draft. But I feel good with my 5. I think your 5.
Yeah, I got the Olympic gold medal 5 right here. This is Dream Team 5.
I found your weakness though. You know, that apple pie.
The apple pie is the sleeper. I would say that apple pie is where I fall off because anybody gonna take. I mean, apple pie. Everybody love it, but sweet potato pie during Thanksgiving, it's a must.
Man, get active in the comments on this one. Let us know who got the starting 5 for Thanksgiving down pat. I know his mac and cheese is gonna really sway a lot of opinions.
If you're telling mac and cheese, yams, the turkey wing.
Crazy thing is, I think you might go backwards on turkey wing because I don't think a lot of people rock with turkey wings as heavy as we would think. Because people love that turkey. They love the whole roasted turkey and everything in the middle of with the stuffing. And that's another thing. I'm not a stuffing guy. People might love stuffing more than I think. So.
Yeah, I'm about to say we would have probably bottomed out. We would top 3 worst and said stuffing. I'm like, what?
I tell you ain't got nothing we missing. That means we covered all the bases. All he said was the turkey, which we kind of touched on.
Nah, I was real curious. When I set this question up, right, I really thought you were gonna be on your bottom 3 was gonna be on turkey. Because you always like, man, I don't do turkey. It's so dry. I can't eat it.
I ain't gonna call it bottom 3.
I really thought that you was going like I said this, and that's why I even worded it that way, like that everybody love. That's why I picked everybody love in the question. Cause I was begging you to say turkey, because you the one person that I know Thanksgiving dinner ain't no turkey on the dinner, ain't no turkey on the plate. Like you say, it may be turkey chops, maybe turkey wings, maybe fried chicken, but a whole turkey.
I don't even, and that's why they put me responsible for it this year. And I'm like, oh y'all, I don't care as much because I'm not a turkey guy. But my family, for the most part, we're all consistent as far as the ham is touched, more so than the turkey. But the next days, like them leftover days, them second and third days, that's when that turkey get hit. But yeah, turkey it's not high for me. I couldn't call it bottom three though. Bottom three, cranberries has to be up there. Like I don't even see why people eat this. But that'll start a whole other
Cranberry sauce?
conversation.
I think that's traditional.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Out of my tradition.
That's the one thing that be on the table sometimes and really don't get touched. Like nobody.
It's like, and then the way you just said that on the table, it's like a place setter. Like
Yeah, it's more like a what they call it, an ornament. Like it's like a decorator.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a place setter. It look good on the picture.
But some people tell me, and I believe I've tried it, I just didn't like it. But they say, kind of like what Amari was touching on, it complements other things. Like if you get a scoop of cranberry and the stuffing, or the cranberry and the the yams.
Yeah, personally, I have a problem with cranberries. Like personally, I eat it, no problem. But a lot of people don't like it.
You eat the cranberry sauce?
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I don't see no problem with it. But I can see why a lot of people don't like it, and it's not a necessity. If it's not there, I ain't missed nothing.
Nobody's asking for it. No, never in life.
That's why
everybody came and said, "Where's the cranberry?"
It's nice on the table.
Yeah, and sometimes it stays on the table for like 3 days. Like nobody even put that up again.
Another top. Well, I wouldn't say it's top 5. It's more of a necessity at Thanksgiving. Gravy.
Yeah.
Just because we're on the topic of sauce.
Yeah, because you need it on that. You can hit it on the stuffing. You can hit it on the potatoes. You can hit it on the rice. Yeah. Some people hit it on the greens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gravy is yeah. And like he was talking about, it looked good on the table as well. So yeah, gravy. Yeah, I can see it. I like those. I like we get into that. That's.
All right. We're gonna transition to our injury/trade rumors. Injury report / trade rumors. Aaron Rodgers didn't play. And I'm going to start with you, Mr. Amari. How serious is this problem? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
It doesn't seem to be anything major. He's actually projected to play against Buffalo. So there's nothing seemed to be truly wrong. I mean, being that it is his non-throwing hand. But just to be on the safe side, it was better that Aaron sat out last game just for his recovery. Kitty?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. The fact that they already declared him, more than likely the starter for this upcoming game, it looked like they were just being cautious. And they, for the most part, probably thought we can get that one with Mason Rudolph coming off the win he was able to secure against us, but not too serious.
All right. To you, Mr. KD. I know Cincinnati is thankful for Joe Burrow may look like he may be back. What is your thoughts about that, Mr. KD?
Joey B wants to play and is going to play. Me personally, I don't want him to play. I'm not gonna say I don't want him to play. I'm just saying I understand not playing him. But
with the less than 1% chance to make the playoffs, it's no reason, but he gives you a better chance.
He can't tackle. Like I've never jumped on the bashing of Flacco. What Flacco has been able to do since he's got with us, I'm fine with. Like you put us in good enough situations. Our defense just let you down multiple times. So Joe Burrow's not coming to fix that. So that's why I protecting him from himself sometimes is a good move. But he wants to play. So the stature of Joe Burrow in that organization with our franchise, he's gonna get what he wants if he adamantly wants that. So I'm not against him playing. I just would understand not playing him and protecting him for next season. But with all that said, I'm excited to see him get back on the field, knowing the rehab he's been through and how he's been pushing for this moment. And this was his set date that he envisioned Thanksgiving against the Ravens, and he spoke previously about how important playing on Thanksgiving was to him because he always dreamed about stuff like
Yeah,
that.
he always dreamed of it.
So I understand the magnitude of everything, but I'm
Outside
excited.
outside playing on Thanksgiving, do you really want your star quarterback playing in a meaningless season, or do you want him just to shut it down? What's your thoughts about that, Mr. KD?
I would want him to shut it down, but the word meaningless means, the odds are against us, but the door isn't closed. So he still sees it as an opportunity. And honestly speaking, where we stand right now, if we beat Baltimore both times, then the odds actually swing heavily. The likelihood of that is,
But
not.
Mr. KD, this is the injury report. Did y'all suffer a major injury? Well, not major, but injury to your wide receiver core this week?
Yeah, T is in concussion protocol, but we walked into last game without Ja'Marr Chase, so we've been through the one receiver up situations.
Yeah, y'all walked in there without Ja'Marr Chase and left with an L.
We've left with L's with both of them.
My only point is, outside of his infatuation to play on Thanksgiving, why should he be playing at all this season? Joe Burrow, that is.
Because Joe Burrow says as long as there's an opportunity to make it to the playoffs, he wants to play.
Ain't no shame in that game. Hey,
that's the level of competitor you're dealing with. That's the level of competitor he is.
If there's a will, there's a way. And if I got a chance, I'd rather go out fighting than curled up in the ball and just tuck and tail.
That's literally
I can
what
respect
he said.
it.
He said, "I'm not gonna play this game scared, thinking about what could happen or what can't happen. I'm a football player at the end of the day, so I'm gonna play. If I'm healthy, I'm playing football." That was his answer.
Yeah, and it's funny that ultimately it's funny that he said that because his other LSU counterpart, Jaden Daniels, said the same thing pretty much. If he's healthy, he's gonna play. Even though they did already pretty much declare him a long shot to return. He said if he's healthy enough, he's gonna play. And I just think that kind of speaks to the level of competitors that they are and just in the future that they see for their teams. Even though
another thing you gotta think about when you actually dive into the personal aspect of it, you gotta think about the rehab process and how hard these guys are going to even be available for the team. For you to see somebody day in and day out go that hard as far as to get to a point that they're available to return, the work has to be rewarded, so to say, especially when you're a higher ranked guy like Joe Burrow with hands down is the most important guy to our franchise. And that's where it goes to. Sometimes you have to protect him from himself, but also when you see the work that he's put in to put himself in position like this, to even be available for a Thanksgiving game a week ahead of the so-called recovery time, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to say no, and he's going to make it extremely hard to say no. So I understand the decision, but I would definitely understand sitting him down as well. But hey, I rather, like Amari said, I rather live with a guy with that level of competitiveness and just live with where it goes.
All right, I'm gonna finish off with Mr. Amari. Any other injuries you got in the NFL is on you, Mr. Omari.
Omarion Hampton, who I know IT has been looking for. He's been looking forward to him coming back for a while. So he'll be set to make his debut. Well, not debut, but his return. Now that the Chargers have opened his 21-day practice window. Isaiah Pacheco is set to play Thursday after being out for some time. Baker Mayfield is set to be out for some time with a low-grade shoulder sprain.
Really? I ain't hear about this one. He's out for a few games?
Possibly. They don't even know yet. Rookie corner Billy Bowman Jr. or Billy Bowen Jr. tore his ACL in practice, placed on IR. Pro Bowl, All-Pro right guard Trey Smith is dealing with low and high ankle sprains. So he'll be missing Thanksgiving Thursday game against the Dallas Cowboys. And as I already mentioned, Jaden Daniels, his mindset in returning. And as you already spoke on, once IT and KD, T. Higgins is ruled out of Thursday night football with a concussion. That's all I have.
Trey Henderson as well.
Trey Henderson's back still.
Yeah. Well, hip. I think it's hip now. But yeah, he's ruled out too.
Breaking news from KD.
Nah, it ain't breaking news. It's sad news. Even though that was probably the best defensive performance I've seen from that side of the ball this season, probably.
With that being said, we're gonna switch to the NBA with the injury report. Wemby
You don't want
out.
to talk about. You don't want to talk about how Brandon Cooks is on the way.
Is that what, sir?
You don't want to speak about how Brandon Cooks is on the way.
On the way where?
Buffalo.
You can drive past it.
That ain't gonna change. That might change the season. What are you talking about?
Change season for what? That ain't the problem.
You got a number one now, right?
We're gonna get to the NBA. Wembanyama out for a while. With this frame, do you think there will be something we have to deal with all the time? It's on you, Mr. KD.
No. I think Wemby will put weight on. It'll probably look like a Giannis situation, I think, in a couple of years. He's not going to put on extreme amount of weight, maybe not as much as Giannis, because he doesn't want, or he shouldn't affect the fluidity of his jumper and his movement and everything. So I don't think he'll put on that much weight, but I don't think this would be a reoccurring thing. I think it's just a regular injury typical to an NBA player right now. So maybe later on down the line, I can retract my statement. I might be proven wrong, but as of right now, I don't think so.
All right. To the trade talks about LaMelo Ball heating up more than Thanksgiving leftovers. What do you think is a good spot for LaMelo? It's on you, Mr. KD.
Yeah, me and Amari touched on it earlier. I think the best spot will be Miami. That'll give him a chance to still be, dominant with the ball and able to create and have a level of freedom offensively while being in a structured environment with an opportunity to, play some meaningful games and win. So I think the Heat would be ideal. Like I said, I got to hit on the Rockets with their lack of Fred VanVleet being injured. They need a point guard. And like I said, I don't even think LaMelo is the right fit for what they need at point guard. They need more of a setup guy. So outside of the Heat, I can't really think of no other dynamic spots. You said who, the Bucks? Yeah. It'll be a good fit, and he'll definitely get an opportunity to play winning games. Yeah, I wouldn't be against the Bucks. It would really be down to what they have to give up.
That is a good question. Because, even though LaMelo was pretty much the one that requested the trade, his value is relatively up aside from that.
Is it? Like, what realistically speaking, not taking jabs or anything, what does LaMelo warrant right now? Like, if you want to go get LaMelo, what do you have to bring to
I'm not saying it's a high asking price, but I'm just saying, like, his asking price is not about to be two bench players.
Can I go Kuzma, a first round pick, maybe a second? Or
I think that's viable. Yeah.
I think Charlotte just need to get off that contract. So I think they'll be a little flexible with the return. They are in no man's land right now, so they need to clear the books. I do want to see Melo play. A part that we're not touching on is LaMelo's availability. LaMelo's availability has been discouraging or concerning, so to say. But I do want to see him in a situation where he's playing winning, meaningful games, just to see will that elevate him or not.
All right. CP3 is calling this his victory lap. What is your thoughts about this season and his career overall? Is on you, Mr. KD.
Guaranteed Hall of Famer. CP3.
21? 21
Who?
seasons?
Is it 21 or 22? I'm not sure. I didn't put that in the moment. Is it 21 or 22?
I want to say it's 21. But even it, like you said, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Hall of Famer. Guaranteed. The point guard.
He was never able to win, but he's a Hall of Famer guaranteed. Second in the league history in assists to John Stockton, as well as second in steals to John Stockton. Chris Paul has been, like you said, point guard, a prototypical point guard for the majority of his career when he's had the opportunities to play. So shout out to him. We'll dive into his career a little. I'm sure we'll dive into his career in a topic later on where it's more focused about him in the future. But him deciding to hang it up, you wish it was on better circumstances. You wish he would actually be a constant rotation player and actually getting to go out on his own terms. But I see him possibly jumping into coaching.
You think it'd be NBA coach or
I don't know. That part
maybe
I don't
further
know.
down?
And he might jump right to the front office. I don't know, but I always thought of CP3 as a
Hey, that Pelicans coaching job
you
is
talking about
open.
the green spot.
Yeah.
No, I don't take that CP3. Just go coach Lil Chris before you go to New Orleans. Don't do that. Don't do that. They setting you up. They're gonna do you like they did Chauncey. Hall of Famer, point guard, for sure.
It's valid. Easily.
Well, giving thanks and flowers to Chris Paul, we also have to really give thanks to the gift to keep on giving. Last week I talked about how Jokic is underappreciated, but who's really been underappreciated, and this coming from me, is LeBron James. He's the first player and the only player to play 23 seasons. I'm gonna let you start with this, Mr. Amari and Mr. KD, and then Mr. Amari finish up. It's on you, Mr. KD.
I got one thing to say about this whole thing about LeBron.
Go ahead, because I don't have much to say about it. It is what it is.
Just to put this in real retrospect.
You said what? Real retrospect?
In real retrospect. I'm about to say who he is. I'm 25. That man has played 23 years in the NBA. He's all I know when it comes to basketball.
We could leave it right there. That's a mic drop moment, ain't it? Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. I like that one. We're going to mic drop right there. I mean, I said his whole life he's known LeBron. That's all he's known. And not only all he's known, that's been the top guy for that amount of years.
Talking about the league's best. It's every single time. LeBron James.
I'm not just in the league.
I've been hearing about this name.
Yeah, I am the league. Yeah.
I've been hearing about this name my entire life. And it's like, this man is still playing.
And playing at a high level. So it's something
his
we've never
on the
seen
roster.
before.
His son is younger than me, and he's on the roster.
And I'm not saying it's far-fetched for him to be in the league when Bryce comes.
Yeah, it's not.
So,
because I mean, as often as it happens with NBA players, or at least college basketball players, one and done. If LeBron decides to stay another year and Bryce decides to be one and done, he could be in the league when Bryce goes.
My thing is, I don't see LeBron doing this, but it is an option. LeBron has it because if we see aging veterans, i.e. Chris Paul, sorry for the
Udonis Haslem.
Yeah. These guys, I'm going to say Chris Paul because he was the star at one point. But even when you're an aging vet, you still have about 2 years, my choice, of course, where you're still a roster body, but the volume of minutes and playtime and everything might diminish. Now, I don't think LeBron will go for that. Like, once LeBron is not a starter and head guy, he's just going to walk away. But I'm saying that is an option. Like, LeBron can ride this out 2 more years of a role player if he chooses to be. I don't think he will, like I said, but it's
I feel like with the right roster makeup, like if he feels like there's a championship shot, he might.
No, I can't see LeBron coming off the bench.
I can't, like you said, I cannot see LeBron coming off the bench. Like you said, my whole life I've been watching.
Yeah,
I've been watching. I can't see LeBron come off the bench.
Maybe he'll slide to the 4 and be a less ball dominant player, which is still available to him as well because the versatility, like LeBron said before his first game this season, he said, I can play on any team and fit in. Like, that's not a question you ask me. I can be on any roster, any team, any situation and fit in. I'm a pure basketball player. And that is LeBron.
All right, so 2 things, Mr. KD. A, he already is a 4. That's A. But B, with that being said, just think about it. I came in starting and I leave starting. How many players can even say that? F, how many years they played. Just the fact I came in as a starter and I left as a starter. So then you take that and you quantify that in 23 years or 24 years or 25 years, however many years. So he came in as a starter at 18 and then he leave at 42 as a starter and then he retired, or 41 or whatever age.
Take the TER off. Because I feel like that's praising him, but that's still limiting
Take what off?
Take the TER off. You said came in as a starter, left as a starter. I really believe he came in as a star, and he's going to leave as a star. And
he can't. I give you star because of the hype and all that. I mean, so to me, if you come in with all that on you, that's more media hype star. And I ain't saying that. No. I'm not saying it's disrespect. I'm saying that to say that when you prove yourself on the NBA court and you get that, then that's the star that's made because of what you did on the court. So yes, he was a star. He was known then. He had his own shoes, all that. So he was known. He was a star then. So I give you that. But I'm just saying, starter to starter. And then let's go to your point. Star to star. Superstar to superstar. Like, however you want to look at it. But star to star for 23 years. Can't too many say that. I'm going to say this. Ain't nobody say that.
Nobody. I'm one of one. Chosen one. That's what they deemed him before he even touched the league. My thing is, you were hitting, I thought you were going there with it, and then you made a whole turtle U-turn. The level of expectations that is put upon you at a young age coming into sports, it leaves a lot of room for underachieving. It leaves a lot of room for not reaching the pinnacle. And he was leaves a lot of room for error. And he was able, in hindsight right now, LeBron has never been caught in any off-the-court stuff. LeBron has never been in any scandals. He's never been in any negative lights as far as his career that he's built from 15 up to a grown man with kids, like Amari touched on, with a kid in the league, a 23-year career, the longest career we've ever seen in the game. And I have no scratches on my record. That should be praised. And that's an accomplishment in itself. Now, when we tie that into what he's been able to be on the court, that's why I've been saying for so long, when LeBron retires, he is the GOAT. When you look at everything that comes under the umbrella of LeBron James, the role model, the off-the-court discipline, the on-the-court production, the leadership, the big moments, the rings, the accomplishments, the accolades, the records. He's checking all the boxes. So, yeah, it's a reason why the crown is the appropriate term. Fatherhood.
That's perfect. Because speaking of that, we're going right there with that. So, the fatherhood, the sons of the NBA players. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Amari. And we really talking about the ones that's in college or maybe the young ones like Brian or whatever. What's your thoughts, feelings? So we got NBA players like Boozer, LeBron, Melo, etc. What's your thoughts on that? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
So, as I've already mentioned with Bronny being on the roster for the Los Angeles Lakers, I think his game just needs to be a little bit more polished. He needs to, I feel like the defensive side of the game, he kind of has that a bit more than his offensive side, actually developing his touch and his shot. His game just needs to develop. Whereas with Bryce, I feel like he has a complete game. It just more about fine tuning the little things, getting his shot, really developing. Well, for himself, I would say more of a ball dominant presence if he is to be anything or a shred of fraction of what his father is. He just some kind of ball dominant idea or ideology into his steps to be towards the NBA.
Give me one
And
second.
his
Yeah, we seeing the sons of these guys that me personally I grew up watching, performing and coming around. Bronny was the first, but one that I've been watching or paying attention to for some time and really, appreciating what he was able to do. And I think is the focal point right now, at least for this whole topic, is Cayenne. The game, him and Syracuse, in his minimum opportunities that he's gotten so far, he's been able to showcase the potential, the scoring potential, and the defensive potential that he possesses. I think he takes more pride in that side of the ball than I thought of watching him come up. And I think if he could continue to lay his eggs on that side of the ball, I feel like that can raise the ceiling for his career. At 6'5", 185, he has prototypical size, and then when you count his wingspan, he has good size to be a defensive disruptor if he focuses on that side. And I think the offense will come easy for him as far as his skill set. Through 5 games, he's averaging 14, 3, and 2, which is nothing to raise eyebrows to or go crazy about. But the way he gets his points, the way he gets his baskets in the flow of the team and offense, I feel like he is a piece that you can plug and play in a lot of different situations and he'll still excel or at least be consistent as far as production. So if he can just hang his hay on the defensive side of the ball and the energy and the intensity he brings over there, I feel like we're looking at a very, very high level role player as a professional. Maybe not reach the star level of his dad, but that's big shoes to fill. Like a Bronny, like other second generation players to Hall of Famers, it's big shoes to fill. So, but Cayenne, I feel like the trajectory is headed up, and he is definitely going to be a vital piece, I believe, in the NBA once he gets to that level. Cam Boozer. At Duke, Cam has been a dominant force. Most people will say the best college player right now in the game. The translation to the NBA, I'm not certain of what he will look like or sure of what he'll look like there. He is a little more versatile than his dad, being the off the dribble stuff he's able to do. When Los was more like a setup guy, and set up into the system, and that's not throwing no shots at Los or anything. He was a tremendous power forward. But I just feel like he ate off of the point guard play more so than his son than Cam. But Cam so far averaging 21, 10, and 4 through 7 games with Duke. Stature of 6'9", 250, big guy. He can hit from outside. We would like to see that get more consistent, and that's a point I was making on Cayenne too. If Cayenne can get more consistent with a 3-point shot, he'll be better too. But it's funny to see these guys, these younger guys playing with those names behind them. When I was watching their fathers, when I was picking up basketball and paying attention heavily. So it's just, this is my reality moment. Whereas guys older than me are looking at Steph Curry or Cole Anthony, some guys like that. But this is my reality moment where I'm seeing Cam Boozer, Cayenne Anthony, Bronny James, Bryce James, Lil Chris.
Moment.
Yeah, this is my unk moment, man. I remember when Chris Paul brought Lil Chris to the press conference and had him on the mic, and that was, now I'm seeing him dunking basically. So it's this is my unk moment. Perfect description, Amari. You're gonna have your unk moment too, buddy. You already had your unk. Now you might not be unk. What's under unk? You said LeBron is
Big
23
bro.
and you 25. You having your moment right now. LeBron about to retire.
All right. We're going to get to our versus segment. I'm going to start with you, Mr. KD. Amari should be thankful for this player, TJ Watt, that is. He just broke or passed his brother for the most sack in the Watts family. With that being said, who's the better player between the Watts brothers? It's on you, Mr. KD.
JJ Watt. It's not no shout to TJ. It's not no shun to TJ. JJ Watt is the better player to me. Because JJ has a little bit more defensive versatility. As far as getting after the passer and stopping the run. And it might just be because of his bigger frame. But JJ Watt, when he was playing, was, for the most part, unanimously the best defensive player in the league. As great as TJ is, we have not been able to say that about him because we have a Myles Garrett. We have a few guys that come into that topic. But when you look at the production and then you take account the amount of years done and the amount of years that's left to come, I can see why this argument might get a little closer for me personally later on. But right now, I'm going with JJ Watt as the better Watt brother.
Very much thankful for TJ, but I'm with you, KD. JJ is the better Watt brother. Although I do think TJ was snubbed of 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
2?
I think 2. I mean, the year that he tied the sack record, I feel like he should have got it. He didn't get it. I feel like the year Myles Garrett got it, he led the league in sacks. He should have got it, but I can't call either one of those. But JJ Watt, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And not even that, he got 114 and a half career sacks playing inside and outside. It wasn't like he got all his sacks and one-on-ones coming off the edge. He's fighting double teams and triple teams to also get these sacks playing inside. He wasn't just an edge defender. He was a 4-eye and a 3-4 defense. So just to be able to do all of that, being able to process all the movements, so he could be able to differentiate, especially once the game started to evolve into this RPO based schemes to determine from run to pass to then convert and get upfield to get to the quarterback. JJ is better. I mean, of course, TJ gets a lot of one-on-ones, game plans. He gets chipped a lot coming off the edge, but JJ was doing all of that and then still going onto the offensive side for the Texans and putting up offensive touchdowns as well. So
the real winner,
I'm gonna give it to JJ.
The real great winner is the mother and father. The genetics that you put out to have this level of talent, and not even just the talent, like the size of these guys. Like JJ Watt's wingspan, along with his height, along with his size, like that is literally a genetic freak. So, and then you put another one out with TJ. So the winners really is their gene pool.
You have 3 NFL sons and 2 who are
Hall of Famers.
Yeah, 2 who are Hall of Famers.
Yeah, that gene pool is the winner.
So I'm gonna go with you, Mr. Amari. So this is the better question. Who was better at knocking the stuffing out of the quarterbacks? So you said you got JJ Watt. Either JJ Watt or Myles Garrett. Because he on the rampage, on the pace to break the all-time sack lead for the season. Who's the better player? JJ Watt or Myles Garrett? Is on you, Mr. Amari.
Another genetic freak.
JJ Watt or you mean TJ? Because JJ Watt, I'm still taking JJ. I'm JJ. It's JJ Watt every time. I'm giving it to JJ Watt. Although, shout out to Myles Garrett for I think he has now 18 sacks. I think they said he's on pace to have end the season with 25. If he shatters that record, that's amazing. More power to him. TJ tied it, but hey, if he's the one to break it, definitely the best pass rusher in the league.
Oh, he's definitely the best pass rusher in the league. That's there. when you compare them to greats, like you said with JJ, now we have a real argument that we have to dive into and look at the nuances of everything. But yeah, I'm still going with JJ.
Like I said, genetically built,
Man, they
like
both.
that. They both freakish, but I'm going JJ every time in that battle.
JJ Watt and Miles Garrett, man, I'd like to see that battle. I like, and imagine you had them both on one team. Man,
It look like you about to break the record. JJ didn't break the record. I'm saying all this to say, yeah, I sound like it's a clear victory, man. It's 2-0. I got to stand up for Miles, man. I know JJ was on the bum team, Miles on the bum team, and they did the best with what they had. But Miles not even 30 yet. Think about that. He's not even 30. And look what he's doing.
no,
Look at that, man. I'm just saying, Mr. KD, what you got to say?
We both agree that I think we both on the same page saying it's close. And the fact that it's close and one is still playing, then eventually, that it is set up for him to take that mantle. But we're talking about right now. As of right now, I don't think Miles has done enough for me personally, he hasn't done enough to surpass JJ Watt. But eventually, the door is open for him to take that throne. But you asked me the question right now.
All right. We'll get to the next topic on our versus segment. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Omari. Which one do you prefer? The Thanksgiving games or the Christmas games? Meaning the basketball Christmas game or the NFL Thanksgiving game? Which one do you think is better and why? It's on you, Mr. Omari.
This is pure preference, and I'm not even bringing the viewership into aspect, but I prefer the Thanksgiving football games. I've never really, I mean, my team never really plays on Thanksgiving, and I never really cared for it that too much either. But it was just more so the games are always so exciting. I mean, of course, I mean you might catch Commanders Cowboys game, which I mean, of course, the division rivalry on Thanksgiving Day is insane, and then the Lions usually playing somebody, and I mean, growing up at least, I'm pretty sure everybody I mean, KD probably seen it, the Joe Burrow clip. He said pretty much the same thing. Growing up, you watch Matt Stafford throw for 300-400 yards in a loss on Thanksgiving just because, I mean, it's the Lions. But, I mean, now the Lions play the Packers. I mean, that game's looking to be exciting. The Bengals and Ravens, that's a rivalry. That's rivalry week almost. It's exciting. And then the Chiefs playing Dallas. That Dallas offense is very exciting, and Kansas City just being who they are makes this matchup pretty exciting. So, Thanksgiving Day, the Thanksgiving Day games, especially even more so now, are definitely like the matchups have seemed a bit more even than they have been in the past. Of course,
Yeah, I'm
they
right there.
do.
I'm right there with you. It's something about football and turkey that just goes together. It works hand in hand. So I would side with the NFL games on Thanksgiving. The Christmas games are good. This was a good debate. It was a close one for me because the volume of Christmas games, you get more of them, and usually they purposely put the big market or the highly competitive games on Christmas. Where in the NFL, you got your staples where you're going to see the Cowboys, Lions. You're going to see those teams for the most part. But I still will go with the Thanksgiving NFL games. Like I said, it's just seeing that game and then seeing the press conference or the post-game conference where they're going to
The
eat
turkey dunking.
Yeah, it's a traditional thing.
I thought that was going to be a little more debatable. I really thought you was going to come through and pull up for the NBA. Like, I thought you had, I really had more affiliation for the NBA. But
I love the Christmas game. I said it was close, but I slide Thanksgiving.
yeah, Zanny and the Jet, I ain't got no argument for the NBA. So, 500,000 versus 15 million. We talking different numbers. But our sticky note segment. Who and what are we thankful for? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. This is all sports related, so it may be Jokic or whatever. What you thankful for in the sports related realm? Is on you, Mr. KD.
I'm gonna start with my first one. I'm thankful that I have claims in the best player in the world in my top 3 teams that I have in top three sports. Being Jamar Chase with Cincinnati, Nikola Jokic, the best in the world with the Nuggets, and then Aaron Judge, a good candidate for best in the world with the Yankees. So I feel thankful that I have some, I believe, first ballot Hall of Famers that I can go to bat with right now on my team.
Like we just went from, well, at least 2 segments ago. I'm thankful for TJ Watt, of course. I mean, cornerstone in our defense for who they are. For the years since he's gotten there. Thankful for Mike Tomlin being our head coach. You know, shout out the house.
Terrell Austin.
Thankful for Terrell Austin. He does his job time to time. But, and man,
I'm thankful for the Nuggets having a bench. It's about time that Jokic can sit down and not see our lead go down -12. I'm thankful for us finally putting guys to come off the bench that can afford him a rest. Yeah. I'm thankful for the Patriots being top of the AFC East where they belong. Putting the Bills back in their place, sitting at the kiddie table. Thankful for that.
Being that this is still sports related, I'm thankful for my podcast family and my pod brothers.
Thankful for the Bengals letting go of Zach Taylor at the end of the season.
Wait, we doing that? So wait, I don't want to be thankful for Terrell Austin. I'll be thankful for when he loses a job at the end of the season.
I'm thankful. Hey, IT,
the holiday season.
You think Drake May about to go on a run like Brady did with y'all?
With that being said,
20 years.
With that being said, I need all y'all to remember one thing. We ain't trying to play.
About to own the East.
Yeah.
Own the East.